On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Life form.
A living organism, especially one that has a distinct shape, structure, or behavior.
Examples:
Life form discovery. A minute life form. Scientists are searching for signs of life form on other planets.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
Fungus infection. Symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Harbor.
An area of water next to the coast where ships and boats are protected from rough water by piers, jetties, and other artificial structures. Verb, keep in one's possession.
Examples:
A sheltered harbor. Harbor a resentment. The tsunami swamped every boat in the harbor.
Resident.
A person who lives in a particular place or has their home in a place.
Examples:
A resident of the city. Resident tax. Visa renewal for resident foreigners in this country is once every 5 years.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million million.
Examples:
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Gut.
The long tube in the body of a person or animal through which food passes when it leaves the stomach, the mental strength or bravery required to do something difficult or unpleasant.
Examples:
The blind gut. Gut feelings. He told me a gut-wrenching truth about my parents' death.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Mood.
The way you feel at a particular time, an angry or impatient state of mind.
Examples:
The mood in a room. In an ugly mood. His gaffe spoiled the mood of the dinner party.
Boost.
To improve, raise, or increase something.
Examples:
Boost the economy. Boost flexibility. The new service helped boost net income by 10%.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Breath.
The air that is taken into and expelled from your lungs. The process of taking into and expelling air from your lungs.
Examples:
Hold your breath. breath of wind. He bated his breath when talking about this affair.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples.
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples.
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Unprecedented.
Never having been seen, done, or known before.
Examples.
Unprecedented boom. Unprecedented business opportunity. Unprecedented amounts of heckling and slogan shouting took place throughout the event.
Unconscious.
In the state of lacking awareness and the capacity for sensory perception, especially as the result of a head injury or illness.
Examples.
Unconscious bias. A person who is unconscious. I know his unconscious habit that he touches his face when he lies.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples.
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples.
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples.
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples.
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples.
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples.
Landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
Burning of fossil fuels. A fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Vacuum.
A space empty of matter, a device or tool used for cleaning or removing debris by creating suction.
Examples:
Vacuum cleaner. Vacuum packing. Please use the vacuum to clean up the mess on the floor.
Snap.
To record on photographic film, to make a sudden, sharp sound. Noun, the act of catching an object with the hands.
Examples:
Snap a whip. Snap judgment. She snapped a quick picture of the beautiful sunset before it disappeared.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Fieldwork.
Real-world research or study conducted outside a library or laboratory.
Examples:
Meticulous fieldwork. Perform fieldwork. Numerous instances from fieldwork show these hypotheses in great detail.
Rainforest.
A forest rich in biodiversity that is generally found in tropical settings with heavy annual rainfall.
Examples:
Rainforest destruction. Tropical rainforest. The destruction of the rainforest is a ticking time bomb for the Earth.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Visualize.
To form a mental image or concept of something, to make something visible.
Examples:
Visualize data. Visualize flying through space. She tried to visualize the layout of the new house in her mind.
Partnership.
The state of a cooperative relationship between people or groups, especially in business.
Examples:
Partnership across the Atlantic. Establish a partnership. The military partnership between the two countries created tension in the international community.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Lobe.
A rounded projection or division, especially of the brain, lung, or liver.
Examples:
Lobe of the liver. Frontal lobe. The lungs are divided into 5 lobes.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Abundance.
A significant amount of something, the situation in which there is too much of something.
Examples:
An age of abundance. An abundance of examples. A healthy farm provides an abundance of food.
Bacillus.
A rod-shaped bacterium typically found in soil or water, some of which are responsible for causing disease in humans and animals.
Examples:
Bacillus infection. Aerobic bacillus. Scientists have discovered a new strain of the rod-shaped bacillus resistant to antibiotics.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Tropical.
Originating in, located in, or characteristic of the tropics.
Examples:
Tropical cyclones. Tropical islands. Tropical storm Marco is making his way along the coast of Florida.
Temperate.
Mild or moderate in temperature or climate, exhibiting self-restraint, particularly about the consumption of food, drink, or other indulgences, showing moderation or restraint in behavior or attitude.
Examples:
Temperate grassland. Temperate behavior. The temperate climate of the region made it an ideal vacation spot.
Grassland.
A large area of land covered mainly by grass, with few or no trees, and typically used for grazing livestock.
Examples:
Endangered grassland. Vast grassland. Meadows and pastures are examples of smaller-scale grasslands in many parts of the world.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Ecology.
The study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment.
Examples:
Science of ecology. The ecology of the island. Many companies are now enthusiastically embracing the knowledge of ecology for sustainable development.
Disperse.
To spread out or distribute over a broad region, or to cause something to do so.
Examples:
Disperse false information. Disperse the protesters. Before authorities dispersed the protesters, they yelled slogans.
Organism.
A tiny living thing.
Examples:
Aerobic organism. Group of organisms. A diversified plant species generally enhances beneficial organism populations.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
nuclear physics, laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Chemistry.
The branch of the natural sciences dealing with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions.
Examples:
professor of chemistry, the chemistry of soil. He is familiar with chemistry and biology.
Archipelago.
A group of islands, often located in a specific area or region.
Examples:
tropical archipelago, volcanic archipelago. The Philippines is an archipelago made up of over 7,000 islands.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine, structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Biome.
A major ecological community characterized by particular plant and animal species adapted to a specific climate and geographic region, such as desert, tundra, or rainforest.
Examples:
biome conservation, marine biome. The rainforest is one of the most diverse biomes on the planet.
Facet.
One of the many aspects or sides of a subject or situation, especially when seen from different angles or perspectives, a particular feature or characteristic of something.
Examples:
facet to a question, important facet. The different facets of his personality make him a complex individual.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
live in a cluster, a cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine. Facilitate. To make something easier or more likely to happen.
Examples:
facilitate a smooth transition. Facilitate the process. The company implemented a new software system to facilitate employee communication and collaboration.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
the interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming. Adjacent. Next to, close to, or adjoining something.
Examples:
adjacent to his house. Adjacent houses. Our country has military alliances with adjacent countries. Distance. The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
geography class, economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Tackle.
To try to deal with a complex problem or situation.
Examples:
tackle the issue, help tackle climate change. The government is determined to tackle sharp inflation.
Challenging.
Difficult, demanding, or requiring a high degree of skill or effort, presenting a difficult problem or obstacle.
Examples:
challenging task, mentally challenging. The advanced math problem was challenging, but the student was determined to solve it.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
acquire knowledge, acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
a bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Concerned.
Feeling worry or interest about something, showing interest or attention.
Examples:
persons concerned. Concerned citizen. I am concerned about the safety of the children playing in the park.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
a cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Dedicate.
To give all of your energy, time, etc., entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause, to set apart for a particular purpose or use.
Examples:
dedicate a few hours. Dedicate a chapter to the subject. He dedicated his life to helping others.
Sustainable.
able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Quantitative.
Relating to, measuring, or expressing in terms of quantity, involving numerical or statistical data.
Examples:
Quantitative tightening. Quantitative analysis. The quantitative research provided statistical evidence to support the hypothesis.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Dimension.
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Ventilate.
To supply fresh air to a room, building, etc., to remove stale air from it.
Examples:
Ventilate my opinion. Ventilate air. It's important to ventilate the room to avoid the buildup of harmful gases.
Signature.
A person's name, often handwritten, written in a distinctive way as a form of identification or authorization, a distinctive feature or characteristic that is a hallmark or identifying mark of something or someone.
Examples:
Signature dish. Artist's signature. The lawyer confirmed that the signature on the contract was genuine.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Outdo.
To do better than someone, to surpass.
Examples:
Outdo him in trickery. Outdo the competition. He tried to outdo his rival by breaking the world record.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples:
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Experimental.
Relating to or based on new ideas, forms, methods, etc. that have not been tried before, usually to find out what effect they have.
Examples:
Experimental data. Experimental design. The product is still in the experimental stage.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Ventilation.
The provision of fresh air, especially to a room or building.
Examples:
Ventilation system. Hyperventilation syndrome. The ventilation system in the building needed to be replaced.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Stagnant.
Not flowing or circulating, standing still, stagnant water.
Examples:
Stagnant car sales. Stagnant economy. The stagnant water in the pond is a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Vent.
A small opening to escape or release gas, air, liquid, etc., activity or process that frees or expresses strong creative energy or emotion.
Examples:
Volcanic vent. Vent tube. He gave vent to his anger by playing the guitar.
Airborne.
Moved or conveyed by or through the air, in the air.
Examples:
Airborne troop. Airborne particles. The amount of airborne pollen this year is higher than usual.
Contrast.
To put in opposition to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
Contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Passive.
Characterized by a lack of activity or initiative, not actively participating or engaging in something, marked by a tendency to accept things without resistance or opposition.
Examples:
Passive response. Passive vocabulary. The passive approach taken by the government towards climate change is concerning.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Louver.
A window or door with horizontal slats that can be adjusted to allow light and air to pass through while preventing rain, direct sunlight, and sight of the interior.
Examples:
horizontal louver, louver door. The louver window allowed air to flow through the room while keeping out the rain.
Process:
a series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Efficient:
performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
efficient operation, energy-efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Relevance:
the state or degree of being closely connected or appropriate to the matter at hand.
Examples:
have no relevance, relevance category. The relevance of this information to the current situation needs to be investigated.
Discovery:
the act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
a scientific discovery, the great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Ward:
a room in a hospital for patients requiring special care.
Examples:
a children's ward, ward nurse. The patient was moved to the intensive care ward for further treatment.
Pathogen:
a bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
plant pathogen, the pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Awesome:
inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
awesome mental faculty, have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Bioinformatics:
the interdisciplinary field that combines biology and computer science to analyze, interpret, and manage biological information and data, particularly in the realm of genetics, genomics, and other related areas.
Examples:
bioinformatics research, bioinformatics tools. Bioinformatics algorithms are essential for identifying and analyzing patterns in biological data.